You can save over $300,000 by upsizing now. Home prices have dropped over $400,000 since February, and here's why you should upsize now. If you're trying to time the market, how do you know when to get into the market? Interest rates have been going up and they're expected to continue to go up. And prices have come down and they're expected to cool down some more. But will prices drop enough to cover the increase in the cost of borrowing? I'm going to get nerdy and show you how you can find the sweet spot of when you should get into the market. Welcome to the channel. I'm Stephen Ho, a realtor in Mississauga, my hometown. I'm posting weekly videos to talk about all things real estate to keep you updated with an ever-changing market. If you're thinking of buying in this market, download our free home buyer guide in the description below. Now, let's get nerdy. Talk numbers to me.
1, 2, 3.
I ran some numbers to see if and when would be the best time for you to upsize. I did this back in June, but the prices still didn't drop low enough for it to really save you money.
I like money.
Not until now. Even with the recent interest rate increase in September, you can net over $300,000 in savings if you were to buy a Mississauga detached home compared to if you did that back in February. You may have heard the saying, upsize in a down market, downsize in an up market. Now we can't change the past, but we can predict or plan our future. Let's dive right into the numbers to see how you can save over $300,000 by upsizing now. Let's compare the price difference in the different housing segments from the peak until now. The peak of the market was in February, and then the interest rate increases began. Interest rates have gone up over 1,200%, and that has caused the average home price in Mississauga to drop by 12%. The average Mississauga detached home has dropped down over $400,000. The average semi has dropped down over $325,000. The average townhome dropped down $222,000, and the average condo has dropped down $128,000. Keep watching. I'll show you 2 detached homes in Mississauga currently for sale that's listed for under $1.5 million at the end of this video. Price savings is one thing, but with the interest rate increasing so much, it's still unaffordable. So how much does it really cost per month? Good thing I took calculus 3 times in high school. Here's the scenario. We have to run the calculations based on the interest rates that were available back in February versus the current interest rates that are available now. We are assuming that we're getting a 5-year fixed mortgage with a 25-year amortization with 20% down payment. February monthly payments are based on a 3.02% interest rate, and September we're basing it on 5.34% interest rate. You can see that the detached homes, even with the price drop, is costing you $90,000 more over that 5-year term in terms of interest payments. Over $51,000 for semis, $69,000 for townhomes, and $47,000 for condos. Notice the monthly payments are actually not very far off. They're actually quite similar to the payments back in February. The price drop and the interest rate increases tells us that people are buying based on their affordability. It's not like wages have changed significantly over the last 6 months. People's budgets have changed because of interest rates, and the prices have reflected that. We ran these numbers back in June, but the price drop wasn't significant enough for it to really make sense. You have to consider the increased interest portion of the mortgage over that 5-year term. And after the 5 years, both mortgages in both scenarios would have to renew. And we're assuming that the interest rates will be similar at that time. For daily real estate tips, updates, and opportunities, follow us on Instagram at Mr_Sauga. When you compare the price drop to the increased interest rates, you can save a lot more by buying now. The question is, do you qualify at the current rates? As of this recording, the stress test is still required for you to qualify. Mortgage rates are now over that 5.24 stress test requirement. Right now it's at 5.34, so you have to qualify at 5.34 plus 2%. which makes it 7.34%. So here's why you should upsize in a down market. We can see the biggest price drop in the highest end properties. Now this is because this is a trickle up, or is it a trickle down effect? When the first time buyers come into the market, they buy a condo, then that seller of the condo can now buy a townhome, and that seller of the townhome can now buy a semi, so on and so forth. But now with the interest rates increasing so much, buyers' budgets are being slashed. Some buyers are taken out of the market. Some buyers just buy smaller than what they had hoped for because they still need a place to live. Other buyers that want to upsize, they can't borrow enough to get what they want, so they stay put. We can see that that's why the number of sales have dropped significantly. Less people are buying because the cost of borrowing is too high. We can see that this is what happened in 2018 when the stress test was introduced for everybody. The higher the price point, the less buyers are in that market, less competition, less demand, and the bigger the price drop. So if you're in a condo and you want to buy a detached home, back in February, you would have had to pay over $1.1 million more, that difference between your condo and that detached home, over $480,000 more to get into a semi, and over $450,000 to get into a townhome. If you do the math now, you only need to pay $820,000 more to get into a detached, $287,000 to get into a semi, and $365,000 to get into a townhome. Now that prices are down, yes, your condo is down $128,000, but the difference now between getting a detached back in February to now is $107,000, and to get that semi, you're at $197,000 in savings, and to get that townhome, $94,000 in savings. If you're in a townhouse and you want to get into a detached, you're saving $177,000 by doing it now. Every neighborhood is slightly different, and every situation is unique. If you're thinking if this is a good time for you to upsize or not, book a free call with me in the Calendly link below, and we can discuss your options and see if this is actually a good time for you to upsize or not. So here's what $1.5 million can get you in Mississauga right now. These listings are currently on the market. It's 4 bedrooms, detached homes with double car garages. So this one in the Rick Hansen School District is listed for $1.498 million. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, detached home, double garage, fenced yard, partially finished basement, 2,200 square feet, and it's been on the market for over 3 weeks. This listing is in Meadowvale School District in Lisgar neighborhood, listed for $1.3 million, 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, detached home, double garage, corner lot, fenced yard, landscaped, finished basement, fully renovated, just over 2,000 square feet. Could you imagine what these prices would have been in February? Comment, let me know what your guess is, how much these houses would have been worth back in February. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this content, give it a like, subscribe to get the weekly videos, and then I'll see you in the next video.